Guys, this is Greg Doyle for Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat. It is prediction time. Fight I want to talk to you guys about takes place Saturday, the 10th of July. It's a light heavyweight contest and it is between Lyndon Arthur, who is 18-0, and he takes on Davide Faraci, who is 15-0. Guys, thank you so much for coming back and tuning in to another prediction video. In these videos, I'll give you a brief background to both guys' careers. I will give you my keys to victory. Finally, I will give you my prediction. So let's start off with Lyndon Arthur. Lyndon Arthur is 18-0. He's coming off of that really tight win over Anthony Yarde, where it seemed to be a little bit of a fight of two halves. Arthur came out, took control. Yarde took a little bit too long to get going, but come back into the fight later. And before that, he's got the impressive win over Dex Spellman, Emmanuel Anim. And you know, he seems to be quietly working his way up the rankings. Lyndon Arthur, I don't think he's far off of being mandatory challenger for the WBO title. So it's something that he can really build on, and a win on Saturday against a also highly ranked fighter, that should stand him in good stead to go ahead and do that. But he takes on Davide Faraci, Davide Faraci, who is 15-0. Been watching a little bit of Davide Faraci today, actually, and you know, he looks really awkward. He spaces his legs quite well apart, and he kind of jumps back in and out of range with that almost like amateur jab, where they jab and then they back off so they don't get hit again. It was really evident that he was doing that in the fight against Sirianni that I watched. Also seen some clips of the fight with Couture. That was his last fight. I've seen a bit of that today. He looked impressive at times because Couture was dangerous. So yeah, I think that he's very capable, Davide Faraci, and I think that Lyndon Arthur could be in for a tough night's work on Saturday. If I can move on to keys to victory. For Lyndon Arthur, for me, Lyndon Arthur needs to walk Davide Faraci down and target a jab to the chest area and the body. What Lyndon Arthur has done in his career up until now is not going to work against Davide Faraci on Saturday the 10th. Lyndon Arthur likes to stand off with a relaxed stance and flick out a jab. Davide Faraci seems too mobile for that, so I think that he's going to need to change a little bit of what he does in this fight, Lyndon Arthur, and I think that he's going to have to walk Davide Faraci down, throw the jab to the solar plexus chest area, slow him down, and then come up over the top of that right hand, and then he can go downstairs and target the body. For Davide Faraci, I think he needs to keep distance between himself and Lyndon Arthur and use that jab and use the good 1-2 that he has down the middle. If he can keep the distance between himself and Lyndon Arthur can't get off his attacks, before Lyndon Arthur knows it, it could be 3 or 4 rounds down in this fight, and he's chasing the fight. And when you're chasing the fight, it's never the same as being composed. So that's the keys to victory for me, that I believe Davide Faraci has to box and keep distance in this fight. But guys, over and on to prediction time. It could be a sticky one for Lyndon Arthur. I've watched both guys, and I don't think that Lyndon Arthur is going to like Davide Faraci's style very much. As I say, he bounces in and out of range behind a jab, a 1-2. He actually looks to me like he's a lot bigger than Lyndon Arthur, but when I've been doing my research, suppose that Lyndon Arthur is actually a half-inch taller than Davide Faraci. When I look at the two of them and I look at the highlights, I'm just thinking, would have swore that Faraci was the bigger man, but anyway, there's nothing. That half an inch is nothing, and he's got long levers, Davide Faraci, as well, as does Lyndon Arthur. So it could be a really sticky fight, this one, for Lyndon Arthur, if he doesn't get it right from the get-go. My prediction is that Lyndon Arthur will find a way. I think he'll be too good for Davide Faraci in the end. I think he could come through a few early tough rounds if he's too relaxed. But my prediction for Saturday the 10th of July is for Lyndon Arthur to beat Davide Faraci via a second half of the fight stoppage or a points victory. Guys, Greg Doyle, Eat, Sleep, Box and Repeat. Check out all of our social platforms. Please subscribe down below. I'll be back to speak to you guys again soon. Take care. Thank you.